Hello and welcome everybody to another play review. This time around I've got the 85 rated inform Ander Herrera, which he got for his performance against Chelsea, I believe. Now I used him in that team that you see on your screen, used him in a 4-1-2-1-2 in game, and played him as a center mid, and I believe left center mid to be specific. Now I used artist on him, as you can see, just because I wanted to up his pace and dribbling, because I know this card does feel a bit clunky, so I thought that would help. But let's get straight into it. Now please guys, hit that thumbs up button and subscribe if you do appreciate this content, as I try to do my best in every review, and I try to get it as soon as possible out for you guys to see and to help you decide if you want to pick this card up. Now moving on straight to the pros. Aggression, probably his best aspect and why you buy this card. He's got 91 in-game aggression, and in tackles 50-50s and tackles. Once again, this guy feels very aggressive on and off the ball, which is a great thing to have on a card, really. Look at that pass by him. I think that was his first assist he made for me. Now, he doesn't back up and lose fights on the ball at all, or easily. If he only had that bit more strength to complement this aggression, this card would be unstoppable in tackling. Next up, which is a bit of a weird one, his finishing, which is a huge surprise to me, honestly. He's only got 76 in-game finishing. As you can see, look at that. But it feels so good in the box. I don't know why. You'll see that clip where he just tucks it past the keeper with such sheer power and such ease and almost no effort. Now the reason I put it up there is because honestly he finished the only 2 real chances that he had for me in the 5 games I used him for. A quick finesse driven shot or a quick power shot, as you saw right there, and I'm confident he'll slot it right past the keeper. However, his long shots outside the box were a bit iffy and not as great as the inside the box shots. Look at that's what I mean by aggression. He just feels very strong on the ball once again. Now his long shots with him, they were completely inconsistent and almost off target every time. I don't know why, and I just wish I scored that. That would have been a sweet goal. But moving on to the next pro, his acceleration. It's got 80 in-game acceleration, and the speed boost glitch with him works like a charm to give you that extra little bit of edge you need to in a small burst of speed to get past players and people. Now look at this. Once again I got pretty unlucky with him in the box. I should have probably power shotted that, but in the box he feels really good. But keep in mind, as I said, for his acceleration, although his acceleration is good, I'll discuss the other aspect of pace, but on the con side later on in this video. Next up for pros, the passing. Now this was no surprise. I did expect this card to have decent passing. It's 85 on the face card, and it definitely feels like 85. It's nothing significant. That's what I mean. Look at this video. You slot it past the keeper with no effort. Now, just passing again, it's nothing extraordinary, but it also wasn't awful at all. An above average passer of the ball. He's got 90 short passing, which is honestly incredible and exquisite. His short passing was very good, and I'd say more than 95% of the passes I made with him, short passes, were to the right player. However, long passes was kind of a letdown. Look, as you saw right there, his long passes, 83 in game, which really hindered his ability to pass above the top lob balls. More often than not, they would be way off or just a bit out of reach, as you'll see in those clips right there. But other than that, he's a decent passer of the ball. His dribbling, next up, 87 on the card, and once again feels like 87 in reality. In a straight line, the ball is so close to his body, which lets you utilize his 4-star skills pretty easily. No issues with this part of the card, but one thing I had an issue with was his agility, which I'll discuss in the cons list. And finally for pros, his stamina. He's got 87 in-game stamina, and I was impressed by it, especially for a center midfielder. It seemed like he could run forever and practically was never out of stamina. I would say he started struggling for stamina around the 80 to the 85th minute, but other than that, props to that aspect. Now that wraps it up for pros. Moving on to the cons. As I said, his agility. I was hoping the issue would be fixed from his not informed card, to this inform card, but unfortunately it's not. He still feels and turns like a truck, even though it's 87 in-game agility, which seems rather high, but in reality it just wasn't there, and he was a bit clunky making those vital cutbacks that you need, and that was kind of annoying at times. And finally, his sprint speed. Now I understand it's not what everybody looks for in a center midfielder, but those who do care about it, those who want to drive the ball up with a center midfielder, 69 in-game sprint speed is appalling, honestly. It makes him such vulnerable target for midfielders on the other team to just chase him down and make a quick tackle. And that was kind of annoying for me. Now it depends. If you're using him as a quick passer, you'll have no issues. But if you're like me, who likes to drive up with center midfielders, I don't think this card would be for you, because he does lack in that department. Now overall, for me, he was a decent card. I was excited to use him just because he looks beastly and bring out this video for you guys. For the ultimate review, I'm giving him 8.5 for enjoyability. He was pretty fun to use. The clunkiness, though, at times was annoying, but other than that, he was pretty fun to use. For consistency, I'm giving him a 9.0 out of 10 for consistency. Felt great throughout most of the games I played with him. He just went missing a few times in a game or two, but other than that, he really showed up. For versatility, I'm giving him an 8.5 out of 10. Because he would definitely work as a center attacking midfielder, a center midfielder, or a defensive midfielder because of those high work rates. Next up, his weekend league status. I'm giving him an 8.0 for weekend league status because you only want this card if your team is lacking that bit of aggression. Then he will work for you. Other than that, there are so many other Premier League midfielders, or Spanish midfielders for that matter, I'm not sure on that part, that just might be more impactful than this card. And finally, for the price, I'm giving him a 6.5 out of 10 for price. He's currently going for 190k on PS4, 160k on Xbox, and I think that price is extremely inflated at the moment because of the hype. He's most definitely, and I mean most definitely, not worth the 190k on PS4 or the 160 on Xbox. A fair value would be around a 75k mark, since he's not honestly that much of a big upgrade from his non-inform. Well guys, that's a wrap for today's episode on the 85 rated Ander Herrera. Please hit that thumbs up button and don't forget to subscribe for more content if you did enjoy. Till next time, peace.
Down.